Alright, this is Pixie, and she's going to help us show you how to put one of these stints on the ears. This is for ears that fold over on the top of their head. You can see this one is starting to a little bit. The other one was a lot worse, but we're going to do this one now so it doesn't have the chance to get as bad as the other one did. So I use this Elmer's spray adhesive. You can get this at the dollar store or Walmart. A lot of places carry it for $3 or $4. And then I actually use little pieces, little slivers of a debit card. I like them because they're flimsy enough that they don't poke the dog's ear or cut into them. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to push this ear out flat. You can see that little crease there. We're going to push this out flat. Then I'm going to measure for length. Come here, Pixie. So we'll push it out naturally. You don't want to stretch it out past your head because you'll get it too long. Push it out naturally. And then the biggest thing is that this stint goes on either side of this crease. So you want a good 1/4 inch at least on the inside of that crease. Look at it here. Notice I'm measuring on the outside of this little natural fold here, because that's where we're going to put it. Cut it for length. And then I take and I just melt the edges of this a little bit so that those corners aren't poking them. Still, I won't get you with it. Very concerned. Oh, that's fire. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to push this little fold out, this natural fold right here. I'm going to push it out flat. I'll show you the reason why in a minute. I'm going to lightly dust the top of her ear with this glue. Hold still. Hold still. No, because you want it. Eats it. It's gross, huh? Get one little piece go. We'll let that sit and get tacky for a minute. Let's go. You're doing so good. Then I'm going to set that right on the inside of that fold. So I dusted the inside of that fold a little bit. I'm just going to stick the edge of that to this piece of card that holds it in place. Good girl. All we're doing is we're gluing this to the hair. You don't want to put so much glue on there that they got a big chunk there. And then when you're ready to take it off, you can use a little bit of mineral spirits or baby oil. That cuts it pretty well. Baby oil is better. Doesn't get as much off of it as the mineral spirits does, but then you don't risk burning their little eyes and nose. And it's not hard on their skin. A little bit of hair will probably come off with that card. That's not a big deal. It grows back within a couple weeks. And then as that comes off, you can reapply it. You can clean the glue off between each time, just kind of up to your discretion. These need to stay on for 5 to 7 days. You can do a little bit longer if they'll stay. If you get at least 5 days, I find that corrects it pretty well. And then you can put it back on if it tries to fold in a little bit later. Good girl. She's mad. And that's how you stint the ears.